Hello there, I'm Sophie, face and voice of Soph's Notes. Thanks to Scientifically Explained for covering type 1, now time for me to take the baton and explain type 2 diabetes. Unlike type 1 diabetes, type 2 can develop later on in life and can be caused by lifestyle decisions, typically being associated with weight gain. Rather than being down to our pancreas not making enough insulin like in type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes is actually caused by two things. Less insulin is produced by the pancreas, but also our body cells have become more resistant to it. And this means that when your pancreas does manage to make some insulin, your body cells are just like, nah mate. This combination of issues is one of the reasons why type 2 develops later on in life. You see, at first, even the reduced levels of insulin were enough to keep your body's blood sugar levels in check. However, when your cells develop resistance, that's when everything becomes harder to control. The story then continues in a similar vein to type 1, with your blood sugar levels increasing as insulin isn't there to keep it in check. So what causes this insulin resistance? Well, increased amounts of abdominal, or to use the scientific term belly fat, lead to chemicals being produced by your body that can contribute to insulin resistance. That's why type 2 diabetes is associated with weight gain, and in particular, abdominal fat. And once that insulin resistance has kicked in, vicious cycles start to develop. Your pancreas gets a higher demand on it to make more insulin, but that can damage its insulin producing cells further, ultimately leading to more problems with releasing insulin. It's like someone being told that they have to work harder, and then they suddenly can't work at all because they've just completely burnt out. Also, our blood ends up with high insulin levels because our pancreas is making as much as it can, but our body isn't recognising it, so it's making more. And high sugar levels because the insulin that is being made is being ignored. High insulin levels make us hungry, and high sugar levels can actually make us feel tired. And I don't know about you, but when I'm hungry and tired, the last thing I want to do is exercise. But in this situation, exercise is exactly what you should be doing to try and get your blood glucose levels back down. So that's what causes it, but what about treating or even preventing type 2 diabetes? Type 2 diabetes is similar to type 1. In that blood sugar levels have to be carefully monitored. But unlike type 1, many people with type 2 can keep their blood sugar levels in check by carefully controlling their diet and exercise. Although it's likely that someone with type 2 may eventually turn to insulin injections as another means of control. Also, as high abdominal fat levels can contribute to the development of type 2 diabetes, it's probably quite predictable that losing weight is a way to avoid it altogether. What people may not realise though is that even after developing type 2 diabetes, you can actually re-increase your body's sensitivity to insulin through carefully controlled lifestyle changes. So in some cases, and with time and dedication, it's actually possible to reverse the progression of type 2 diabetes. I'm not your doctor though, so you might want to check with them first. That's all from me, but thanks for watching, and thank you to Scientifically Explained for having me.